Hello, watashi wa Jack Des. And having just finished the manga this morning of Quintessential Quintuplets, I thought it was only fitting for me to put my thoughts into a video, because I really wanted to talk about that manga ending and just the manga in general, you know? So, let's speak about the elephant in the room. Or should I say orange juice, as she's commonly referred to online. And yeah, Yasuba wins, and it's weird. Because while in theory, I don't have a problem with that, because I was actually kind of fond of her, to be honest. But in execution...
This ain't it, Chief!
Because the character is kind of lackluster, and dare I say irrelevant, for 80% of the manga. Only becoming relevant around the end. So it's almost as if the author was just kind of being like...
You playing Minecraft. I like your cut, G.
To all the people who supported the other characters in an attempt to just be like, you know, haha, I got you. You didn't expect that ending, did you? Yeah, you didn't expect it. And to be fair, I never actually thought that Yasuba was ever going to win. And to be honest, I don't know the mind of the author. However, if he made like, you know, the decision that Yasuba was going to be the girl from the start before he actually began writing that manga, then I kind of say, respect my G, because, you know, it's kind of hard to ignore all the opinions of the fans, because from the anime and manga, it didn't seem like Yasuba was the most popular character, if I'm being honest. So, he clearly had a story he wanted to tell, and he told it. However, that doesn't mean he's off the hook. And while yes, I did kind of have the roller coaster reading this manga, as when I was introduced to the show through the anime, I really favored Itsuki, and kind of believed she was going to be the winner. In second place, I really liked Miku, as, you know, I kind of thought she was extremely cute. Like, I mean, also, come on, guys. So I wouldn't mind her winning. But here's kind of the tricky part, because when I began reading the manga, Itsuki kind of lost complete value to me, and Miku's appeal was significantly increased. But the weirdest thing of all, I was actually discussing this a lot with my brother, you know? I was talking about when I was about halfway through the anime, how chapter 36 or 37, forgot which one it was my favorite. That kind of part where Futaro kind of is paying his respect to Yasuba for all the stuff she did for him during the trip. And it ends on that really, you know, well-crafted scene at the end on the swings. I thought that was really cute. And that was kind of the moment where I was like, hey!
That's pretty good!
You know, and, you know, just thinking about that chapter, it kind of gives me goosebumps.
Every time I need the Heimlich, throw that to the side.
You know? But that's probably my favorite chapter of the manga. Either that or the one where Miku confesses on the trip, although kind of confesses, you know, the... Watashi wa suki desu! You know, or imagine that in a high school girl's voice. However, as I was saying, that doesn't mean he's off the hook. As although, yes, he caught me off guard with the Yasuba choice, that doesn't necessarily mean that it was the right one. The amount of character development given to the other girls, in particular like, you know, Miku, Nino, and Ichika, kind of seem unjust after seeing what's coming for them. Although, to be honest, I despise Ichika because she's literally like another garbage dustbin disposable bin that it reminds me of. But I'm going on a tangent there. Like I was saying earlier with the Miku scene, some of these characters have extremely well-crafted, you know, scenes, which perfectly portrays how their characters have developed over the manga. Miku finally has the self-confidence and tenacity that she's always strived for, you know, manifested with her fake confession, you know, that watashi wa suki desu in a high school girl's voice. Nino, we see evolved from this closed off, harsh and cold girl into one who's kind of passionate and determined to demonstrate her affection for Futaro. And Ichika, let's forget about her. Meanwhile, with Yasuba, her development almost appears stagnant in comparison. She, for the majority of the manga, has no development. She kind of maintains that persona of a character willing to sacrifice her own happiness for the benefit of her sisters. Although we get that tiny set of chapters demonstrating that in the past, you know, she wasn't like that at all and she wanted to be the best and all that. But that isn't kind of a well-constructed development that's prolonged throughout the entire manga. It's rather just instead kind of just suddenly sprung on us in the chapter where it's kind of revealed that Yasuba was the girl from the past, rather than Itsuki, F in the chat for Itsuki. And talking about Itsuki, she kind of saddens me a bit, because following the anime, I was sure she was going to win. But actually reading the first 3/4 of the manga, I was kind of like, wait, she still exists? And it seems that author didn't want to see the Itsuki train come into fruition. But then nonetheless, you know, it still saddens me. Overall, I thoroughly enjoyed this manga, and I kind of hope I can find something similar in the future. If you have any suggestions, leave it in the comments, because I absolutely love manga. I actually just finished rereading Nisekoi And I'm reading Bokutachi wa Benkyo ga Dekanai. I hope the teacher wins. But let's see. Anyway, see you later. Don't get too annoyed at my thoughts. So, ja, mata.